You're looking at downtown Clarksville, Tennessee, some 58 miles northwest of Nashville. That's also where you'll find the F&M Bank Arena, the home field for the Nashville Cats, who today play host to the Minnesota Monsters in AF1 competition. And we welcome you inside the F&M Bank Arena. I'm Eli Gold. Longtime NFL running back standout Bobby Humphrey is alongside, and we are greeting you with a huge story today. Why? Because last night, up in Albany, New York, the Michigan Arsenal defeated the Albany Firebirds. Nobody has beaten them in their last 20 games.
Yes, and I tell you, what a game it was on last night. And we have been saying all along, Michigan is starting to pick up and get their groove.
Yep.
Well, last night they went into Albany and did what no one thought they could do.
57-39 was the number, and there are the standings as of this very second, with Albany having played 9 games along with the Michigan Arsenal, the Nashville Cats, and the Minnesota Monsters going at it here today. Now let's take a look at these two teams and some of the guys we'll be talking about in greater detail. One of them is Kendall Williams. He's not been around much, but boy, has he ever been a factor for the Cats.
And he has totally made his presence known with the Nashville Cats. He's an excellent receiver, has great speed, excellent hands, and runs superior routes. I mean, he gets open, always getting behind the defense, but most importantly, he kind of, when they need a play to be made, he seems to be able to find his way open to be able to make a play.
Meanwhile, for the Minnesota Monsters, they have a guy who is, well, it's tough to define. He's a running back, he's a lineman, he's a little bit of everything. Number 9, Claude Davis, 17 carries, 99 yards already this year.
And you mentioned it, Eli, he's a little bit of everything. 2 sacks, three and a half sacks, 2 tackles for loss, a rushing touchdown. He averages 5 yards a carry, and that is difficult, very difficult to achieve. Me being a running back myself, it's very hard to achieve because I only average 4 yards a carry.
And one of the best running backs ever. So we invite you to stay tuned. We've got a great day and a beautiful afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. Folks dressed as though it were summertime. Why? Because it's summertime. 88 degrees outside, but here a beautiful 72 degrees inside the F&M Bank Arena. Those are the Nashville Cats, and those are the Minnesota Monsters, with Aiden Johnson getting set to kick it off for Minnesota. Tom Ritter is the veteran referee. He'll be working the game today along with his crew based here in the Southeast. And we're underway here in Clarksville. Off the net. Brought out by Malik Honeycutt. Or rather, Omari Alexander. There's a flag on the play. A flag back at around the 5-yard line. And there's Omari Alexander, who had 2 kickoff returns coming in. And now Tom Ritter. Holding on the receiving team. Had a little trouble hearing his microphone, but that's what transpired. Leon Brown, number 72 there, with the balaclava on his face. Number 4, Shannon Brooks. They've got some talent on that Minnesota team. They really do. But now the Cats, they won the toss and took the football. Honeycutt, Gandy, Williams are the receivers. Tyler Kulka is the quarterback. And he'll throw on the right side for a 9-yard pickup to Malik Honeycutt. There's Malik from Murray State. Last week he had 5 receptions for 105 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Now on the 2nd and 1, they'll move Honeycutt in motion. Kulka looks, he'll run and throw it up the middle off the mark. He was going up high, trying to find the open receiver, again Honeycutt, but it came incomplete. I don't know what they called there.
I couldn't hear the call.
No, couldn't hear the referee.
I think they was questioning whether or not Coker may have crossed the line of scrimmage when he threw that football.
Number 33, Desmond Maxwell, is the running back. Here's a 3rd and 1. Man in motion. Quick throw, first down across the 15 to the 18-yard line. And that's Kendall Williams, who we've already spoken about. He was the offensive most valuable player in the AF1 last week.
And you can see Honeycutt out there blocking for Williams, but you know, Coker just get that ball out pretty quick. You only need 1 yard.
Yep.
Williams gets it north and south, get upfield, and pick up about 4 or 5 yards and pick up the first down.
The center is Derek Ziegler, as he has been for quite a while here in Nashville. Kulka throws right side, complete inside the 20 to the 19, and he's gotten Kendall Williams loose there for 16 yards and another first down.
And like I said earlier when we highlighted Kendall, you know, he just figures out some way to get open. You can just see him right here, just gets right underneath that outside cornerback, and Coker knows exactly how to place and where to place the football.
13 receptions now for 140 yards. That's current to the moment. for Williams. Man in motion. Here comes Malik Honeycutt. And he gets down to the 10-yard line, and with tempers a little bit short, the officials rushed in. Steven Zabi, number 70, was there protecting his teammate. There's Jordan Gandy, number 4, and Zabi at 6'6", 330. Big number 70 there looking at you in your living room. Peyton Moljo, the right tackle, number 66. Man in motion, far side. Gandy turns the corner to lead the blocking, and Honeycutt found himself loose for the first down yardage. There he is.
What a well-designed play. People may not realize, but that is a tough play to execute, to be able to throw that ball to a man going in motion parallel to the sideline, and he threw it so quickly and got him upfield quickly.
So now a 1st and goal. The inside give to Maxwell. He's in for a touchdown. Desmond Maxwell. The big linebacker, running back from Louisville, played at Western Kentucky. And that makes it a 6-0 Nashville lead.
And that's what Nashville wanted to do. They wanted to establish that they won the toss, so they wanted the ball on offense. As you can see the play here where Maxwell just get his shoulder square, get it up to the ground. He just needed to cross that plane, and he crossed the goal lines and get another touchdown. You know, they did a great job on this drive, you know, putting together a drive, the opening drive, and scoring a touchdown.
Number 66, Peyton Moljo, with a beautiful lead block on that play to get Maxwell into the end zone. Extra point, up and good. And there's Darren Arbett right there, center screen, greeting his guys as they have a 7-0 lead here early in Clarksville, Tennessee. You know, last night we mentioned Michigan defeated Albany 57-39. Malik Henry, who I know has really been very impressive to you and to everybody, 259 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Excellent ball game by Henry last night. And most importantly, he didn't have any interceptions, which was different than the game prior, where I think he had 2 or 3 interceptions. But he protected the football last night, and he threw 5 touchdowns. That puts him at now a total of 42 touchdowns, which leads the league right now.
Albany, meanwhile, they had 4 turnovers last night, 2 interceptions thrown by Sam Castronova. The Firebirds missed every single extra point. And Albany just played poorly, and Michigan got the momentum. And I'll tell you, Sean Leota, the coach with Michigan, he and I traded texts late last night. He has a bunch of studs on that team. And Albany didn't play well. They had a number of injuries, and Michigan took advantage of all that. Now Kyle Kaplan kicks it away. Played off the net. And Minnesota will start 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. That was Carlos Thompson, the newly acquired wide receiver, back on the active roster.
And you mentioned about last night with the turnovers that Albany had, and it's just very difficult to overcome when you turn the football over.
I don't care where you're playing. If you turn the ball over, you know, you're going to have a tough time winning. I don't care if it's the NFL, college ball, whatever. Here now, the straight drop to the quarterback who looks across the middle and throws it high. There'll be a flag coming in at the 20-yard line. That was Amos Coleman defending there, and there's going to be a interference call here from referee Tom Ritter.
Coleman looked like he may have had the shoulder of the receiver and pulled him just before the ball got there.
So Javonte Johnson, the quarterback, now with a 1st and 10. Straight drop near side, incomplete. Great defense on the part of the Cats. He was looking on the near side to Javonte Haynes. The defense of Marvin Alexander got the job done. Alexander, who has already 1 interception this year. Now the 2nd down and 10. Nothing there on the inside. Nobody was surprised by that one. Shannon Brooks, who has rushed 47 times this year for 228 yards. So clearly he's gotten the job done, but not there, not today.
No. Artis has just got penetration and got a tackle him right there, no gain.
They double pumped, it's deflected and should have been intercepted, and it is not. It is knocked down. DJ Maxwell, he is upset at himself. Off the deflection, he should have had it.
Oh my God, what a gimme right there, Eli.
Yeah, he should have had that.
May have kind of got out of the box just a little bit, right on time, maybe early, but yet there's no call, but that ball hit him directly in the hands, and that's what he's going to be thinking about.
Yes. So now 4th and 10. Straight drop. Johnson looks left, throws it into the bench. Incomplete as he tosses it up to the Minnesota bench. That was Jamal Couch who came up with the catch over there. And it's going the other way now. The Nashville Cats, after being stopped and scoring a touchdown, they come back and stop the Monsters. Welcome back. Nice crowd on hand here at the F&M Bank Arena in Clarksville, Tennessee. Those are the Minnesota Monsters. Here we go now with Kendall Williams as the man will be in motion. Here now the throw across the middle. It is caught. Touchdown. Wide open. That will be his 4th touchdown of the year. Peyton Mojo. And I said his 4th touchdown. That'll be his 3rd touchdown of the year. The big guy from northern Michigan just deployed and nobody picked him up.
Well executed play, Eli. You know, when you get that tight end fullback out in the backfield, you got to choose which one, and nobody picks up the lineman / tight end.
Yeah,
just wide open.
Look
right
at
there.
That.
Down the
middle. It was wide open. 15 yards. Dontorian Best was closest, but he just kind of waved as he went by, and the extra point is up and good. So the first quarter rolls on with Nashville now on top by a score of 14-0. Watch the play again.
And he is an eligible receiver because he has declared himself as a tight end by the indication of raising his hand once they break the auto.
Yep.
And linebacker Bliss, the other wheel linebacker, did not pick him up. He's wide open for the touchdown. Great pitch and catch though too. You kind of get nervous a little bit when those slash tight end or lineman wide receivers kind of go out for passes hoping they'll catch it. But he had his eyes and he looked that ball directly in, and I was able to walk in for the touchdown.
It'll be his 3rd touchdown of the year on 4 receptions. So he has become a major factor on the ball club. Carlos Thompson was the deep man on the last kick for Minnesota. Kyle Kaplan. He has 8 deuces already this year. And this kick is another one. 9 deuces. 9 deuces already this season for Kyle Kaplan. How about that?
What a bonus.
Yeah.
When your kicker can just add points to the total just by way of picking off, boy, that's a bonus to have.
Watch it again. Right between the uprights. So Nashville now on top by a score of 16-0. And with 2 stops already by the Nashville defense, we really haven't seen much from the Monsters offensively. And now they'll start back at their own 5-yard line. Quick unload near side, catch is made at the 13. Derek Jones defending on Sproles. Phoenix Sproles, number 7.
Well, I tell you, it's a lot of pressure getting to the backfield. I mean, they've been getting pressure. And you see Artis kind of hit him right there as he released the ball.
Yep. Devontae Johnson, number 5, the quarterback in the Giant jam. Shannon Brooks, number 4, is there to the left rear of the quarterback. He gets the ball tossed to him, and he'll rumble for the first down. Needed a yard and picked up 1.5 yards. So 1st and 10 now for the Monsters. That'll be their first down, Bobby.
First down, and
taking them almost 10 minutes.
They just really hadn't got in the groove offensively.
Here comes a man in motion. Heavy pressure. Johnson rolls right, throws, and it is knocked out of bounds, the player is. Nice reception by Tyron Laughinghouse. That'll be his 19th catch of the year.
And that's just a great move by Johnson Bailey to extend that play. You know, he sets up in the shotgun and just get that outside rush, scrambles out to his right, and Laughinghouse does a really good job of getting open. Kind of the scramble drill there. Goes up, comes back, goes back up again, and get open for an open pass.
19 catches, 135 yards so far this season. And there's a first down plunge. Shannon Brooks. He's the fullback right there from the University of Minnesota. Played there from 2015 through 2019 and rushed for some 2,300 yards for the Golden Gophers. Now from midfield. Quick screen right side. Looked like Hill was trying to get free, but Laughinghouse came over and made the grab. Tyron Laughinghouse.
There was a well-blocked screenplay by receivers. Typically, you don't get very good block out of receivers majority of the time. But there they did a great job of being able to set that screenplay up and get some good blocking.
Laughinghouse, far side, man in motion. Here's the throw across the middle, nobody home. Incomplete at the 2-yard line. Looking for Laughinghouse. Devontae Johnson having to deal with some pressure and have a seat, says Rod Perry.
Helmet came off.
Yeah. Rod has 3 sacks already this year and 13 tackles. Now he throws it and it's knocked down just past the line of scrimmage. Roderick Perry again came through the middle.
He's just about getting pressure on every.
Yeah. Malik McDowell right there, he knocked it down.
You know, you don't have a whole lot of time to begin with.
Second down and 10. They see the knockdown at the line of scrimmage. This now will be a third down and 10. Straight drop, Johnson throws it into the stands across the way. Section 119 getting the souvenir. And now fourth down. Remember, they have been stopped twice already today. The Monsters 0 of 1 in fourth down conversions. Straight drop and a slant across the middle. Incomplete. And that will be another stop. Great job there. Amari Alexander keeping an eye on Jamal out.
this time, we ask that those in attendance who have served or are currently serving in the military will please stand and be recognized. Sacrifice, your service, and your commitment. Nashville, one more time. Let's hear our appreciation for our military and our first responders.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, don't forget, next Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 Central, one of the most anticipated games of the season. Albany here in Clarksville to meet the Cats as that throw into the end zone. It is picked and held on to for the touchdown. Malik Honeycutt. Wow, that was pretty. He had to work hard to hang on to that one, and he did. Touchdown, Nashville.
What a nice touch. Put that ball in the air and let Honeycutt just run to it. As we see, if we can get a replay, here we see the replay here. Honeycutt lines up all the way on the far right, and that ball just dropped right in the basket. Perfect throw.
22 yards on the toss. Now the extra point by Kyle Kaplan. Jordan Gandy snaps it, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Let's take another look at that. That was a gorgeous throw. Great catch, but boy, oh boy, it was a gorgeous throw, wasn't it?
It was a gorgeous throw, and you can just look at Honeycutt as he starts out on the right side and just works his way all the way across field. And the quarterback just lobs that ball in the air, anticipating that his receiver has the speed and wherewithal to go and get that ball at his point where it comes down out of the air.
So Nashville now on top by a score of 23-0 over the Minnesota Monsters. Honeycutt. He's got some 73 yards already today. He has been the guy, along with Kulka, of course.
And don't forget Williams along with him. That's like a triple threat they have there.
Yeah. And now here's Kaplan. Does he have another deuce in him? No, that one is off the mark. It's bobbled, though. Can he get out of the end zone? It's loose and covered up by the Monsters. Covered up by the Monsters. Carlos Thompson came out, but Tyron Laughinghouse covered it up.
And that's being at the right place at the right time to cover that ball up with Laughinghouse standing right there on the 3-yard line as that ball hits the turf.
So now, a 23-0 ball game, as you see Peyton Muljo, number 66 there, probably looking back at his touchdown from a few minutes ago.
That's right.
On that iPad. I wouldn't blame him. They're going to go into the shotgun. Tell you, there are a lot of coaches in this league who say you'll never win using the shotgun. And there's the handoff out across the 5 to the 6. Shannon Brooks got, the thing with a shotgun, you just put yourself in even a bigger hole than you are already.
100%, because you're snapping the ball back,
Yeah.
especially in short yardage situations.
Here now the straight drop and a throw to the near side. Catch is made at the 11. That was Laughing House again. Tyron played at St. Augustine's. And Javante Johnson, he played at Dakota Bottineau. He's played with the Duluth Harbor Masters, the Salina Liberty, the Tri-City Rush, after going to Dakota College back in 2016. He tries to escape and just throws it off the wall, incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. That was Ezra Thibodeau who was chasing him.
And Thibodeau closes the gap really quick.
Thibodeau is 2. Jaquan Artis is 0. They were both chasing him for all it was worth. So here we go. Is this going to be the 4th stop of the day for the Nashville Cats? Let's see. Sometimes you don't see 4 stops in a ball game. This could be 4 stops in a quarter and 2 or 3 minutes. And down he's pulled. It's thrown into the hands of the Cats. They bring it back for a Derek Maxwell touchdown. DJ Maxwell Jr. It'll be a stop. The interception, his 2nd of the year, and a touchdown for Maxwell. Wow.
He just under duress, probably ill-advised throw. Nobody's open. He's getting wrapped up. You got so much pressure going on. Artis has him wrapped up there in the backfield. He throws that ball with no, way to get power to it over the head of the linebacker. And that's just an easy gimme, pick 6. And I'm trying to remember, was that the one he dropped earlier?
I don't believe so. There's the kick that's up and good for the extra point. So
we'd like to take a moment to recognize a very special milestone in professional football history. With the Nashville Cats' 58-28 victory over the Minnesota Monsters on May 22nd, head coach Darren Arvett recorded the 200th win of his Hall of Fame career. For more than 2 decades, Coach Arvett has been one of the most successful and respected leaders in arena football, building championship teams and impacting countless players, both on and off the field. Now in his 2nd season leading the Nashville Cats, Coach Arvett continues to add a legacy that has helped shape the game of arena football. Cats fans, please join us in congratulating head coach Darren Arvett on his 200th
We are back with you here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Eli Gold, Bobby Humphrey, our spotter Butch Holmes. So happy to have you along with us. And I'll tell you, DJ Maxwell, number 8 right there in black with that big pick 6. And it makes it a 29-0 lead now for the Cats. Getting set to kick it away, Kyle Kaplan, as we work our way towards halftime. The kick off the net. Brought back by the Monsters. And to roughly the 11-yard line. Hey, coming up at halftime, folks, Jeff Levac, the host of AF1 Season Pass, will be catching up with the Monsters owner, Jake Lambert. And we'll talk with them about Jake becoming the sole owner of the Minnesota Monsters. That's coming up at the half from here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Carlos Thompson, you saw him there, number 28. Tyron Laughinghouse wide to the near side of your screen. They roll left, throw right over his head. Incomplete. Just let it go, but no way for Phoenix Sproles to haul that one down. Javante Johnson just flew it.
As he gets a little pressure, scrambles out the pocket. And I tell you, it was great coverage, though, downfield.
Yep. But when you have Rod Perry, 92, and Jaquan Artist, 0, closing in on you like that, you don't have time to breathe. Here's a 2nd down and 10. Inside give. Very little there. Picks up 1.5 yards, maybe 2. That'll be Claude Davis, who we talked about on the open of our telecast today. He has 18 carries. That puts him over 100 yards on the ground this season. 0 for 3 the Monsters are in 3rd down conversions. They have been stopped 4 times today. And they're getting stopped again as Davis was the intended receiver on that shovel. Ezra Thibodeau, number 2, came up with the football, but there is a flag on the play. Tom Ritter, the man in the white hat, our referee today. So a call on the offense for procedure. Watch the snap here. It doesn't go. The snap doesn't go anywhere. And Ezra Thibodeau just said, I'll take it. Hang around this business long enough, you'll see everything.
I don't believe I've ever seen that.
No.
I mean, the center was under the impression that he snapped it back that to him. He went on to block the nose.
He did. Made a nice block. So now it will be 3rd down and 14. Straight drop. Nobody's open. They finally unload it. And not going to be able to get the 1st down yardage. Amos Coleman, the 3rd, number 3, did a great job stopping Sproles. And it's going to be 4th down. Watch the job that Coleman does, number 3.
That's a really great job of preventing him from getting the 1st down.
So it'll be a pickup of 13, and it's going to be 4th down and 1.5 yards. Straight drop, quick release, flag down. 2 flags are down as the catch was made by Sproles. But again, there are 2 flags down.
Looked like the offense may have moved early. Oh, no.
Nope.
Well, that's to be a first down.
It will be an automatic first down right there. Not automatic, but it is a first down because of the yardage involved.
Well, maybe the offense was moved because of the defensive in the neutral zone or going into the neutral zone.
You see the time remaining here in the half. And now time is being taken by the officials. Tom Ritter, the referee, being talked to right there. He's joined by Joel Moenkoff, the center judge.
Looked like he threw out a red flag.
A timeout being indicated against the Minnesota Monsters.
Eli, I thought I saw the red flag down there on the field. Or maybe he...
I didn't see it, but doesn't mean that he wasn't there. Don't forget, folks, next week we're right back here. You going to sleep over all week, Bobby? You're going to go home?
I think I'm going.
You're going to go home?
I think I'm going to go home.
Yeah, it's not too far to get to
Don't skip and a hop.
Birmingham from here. But the Albany Firebirds and the Nashville Cats, Saturday, 5 Eastern, 4 Central. The league leading 8-1 Albany Firebirds coming in off their first loss of the last couple of years. They're here to meet right now the 6-1 Nashville Cats. Coverage from this very building next Saturday at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, here on Vice. Flags are again flying, and the ball is caught along the near side after a nice jump to haul it in. Phoenix Sproles chatting with Mr. and Mrs. Fan there on the front row. Yeah, it costs you a few extra bucks to sit in the front row, but that's what you get, you see. You're right in the game.
That's right.
Phoenix Sproles. He's the cousin, by the way, of Darren Sproles, as we hear from the referee. Or hopefully you heard from the referees. It'll be an illegal formation on the offense. Yeah, Phoenix Sproles is the cousin of Darren Sproles, who played with the Chargers and the Saints and the Eagles. Couch Sproles and Ladarian McAllister, number 12, out there now for Minnesota in white with the blue pants. Straight drop, looking long into the end zone, tipped away on the jump. Nice defense by Omari Alexander. They had Sproles and others there on the scene. Watch it again.
That's great recovery speed. Ball thrown just a tad late, which allowed Alexander kind of to get there to be able to bat that ball away.
Omari played with the Arizona Rattlers, Eastern Kentucky, Western Kentucky. On a second down and 15, the throw at the waist. It is caught, but there was no chance to go forward for Sproles. A 4-yard pickup on the play. DJ Maxwell made that tackle, number 8 for the Nashville Cats. 30-0. You don't see many of those in this league. Man in motion from the near side. Quarterback looks, throws, tipped away. He didn't have enough mustard on that one.
He did not.
Didn't have enough mustard on that one, and Coleman came across to get the Sproles and knock it away.
And he's kind of holding the ball a little bit too long. This ball, he's open, sitting there, open for this pass a little bit a while. So that ball should be a little bit more time throw. He should have got that ball to him a lot quicker. Just got it to Sproles.
Maxwell and Derek Jones and others on the scene as the training staff now checks on Sproles. Phoenix Sproles, 13 catches coming into the ball game for 195 yards and 3 touchdowns. So now it's 4th down, and remember, the last 4th down play was an interception.
Not only interception,
but a pick six.
That's right. He took it back to the end zone.
30-0 for the team in blue. Short, incomplete, and a flag on the play. Well, I thought there was almost a flag due at the snap. Looked like somebody had jumped. Here, Omari Alexander and Tyron Laughinghouse got together. Referee Tom Ritter calling for his crewmates to come over. It is the pass interference on defense.
And once again, Javonte is just getting rid of the ball too late. That ball should already be in the air and it's underthrown.
Yep.
He doesn't give his receiver an opportunity to catch the ball. He just underthrows it there. So he got to put a little bit more mustard on the ball.
You're right. 5 penalties, a loss of 37 yards so far today. Now the toss. And to the 15 is Claude Davis. And he'll roll for a yard extra down to the 14-yard line. Claude Davis. He played at South Florida from 2012 and 2013. Since then, he's been with the Indoor League, the Vegas Golden Knights. He was twice second team All-IFL. Straight drop, throw across, caught nicely in stride by Laughinghouse down to the 1-yard line. Omari Alexander had the coverage on him. That was a nice throw.
Yeah, and that's the kind of zip he needs to put on the ball.
Yeah.
That one there zipped right in there, right there on the numbers. And he's got to throw more passes like that because the secondary for the Nashville Cats are very fast, athletic. If you leave the ball in the air, they're going to make a play on it.
Javonte needs some protection, though. There's the inside give, and he's got it for the touchdown. Claude Davis. His 20th rush up to the moment now at some 110 yards. That'll be his second touchdown of the season. Trying to hang on was Artis, but he couldn't quite do it.
And we talked about Claude Davis, also one of our highlighted players, and they do like to try to get him the ball there when they get close to the red zone, and obviously on the goal line.
Extra point up and good. So we've got a timeout as Minnesota finally gets on the
2, 1. Alright, strong hit there. Cole is coming in strong. Phillip good on the defense. Cole continue to try to back that offense and keep getting a bunch. Oh, this is a strong battle. This is a triple battle between these two, Cam and Phillip. Who's going to be the last man standing up? He's a little off balance here. And look at it. It's going to do it. All the way from Germany, my man Phillip. You are the winner tonight. Congratulations. We're hooking you up with some cat swag. Give him a round of applause, Clarksville.
We are back. Those battling, whatever you want to call them, entertaining everybody here between the timeouts. Nashville now coming back to the line of scrimmage. Tyler Kulka, the AF1's Offensive Player of the Week. Last week, 21 of 30, 253 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Honeycutt in motion. Kulka looks, throws over everybody's head. Near side incomplete. There was really nobody around except Javante Haynes and Delvin Randall.
I don't know if did Williams kind of cut that route, ran the route a
Something
little
was-
deep.
yeah.
Nobody was in the area.
No, everybody was kind of looking at each other. I'm not quite sure who made the mistake, but somebody did.
And go Cats!
Third down. Nashville 1 of 1. Smith and Williams are wide to the far side. Honeycutt going in motion. There's a flag. Everybody in the building who had a handkerchief just reached for it. Well, they're saying it's against Minnesota. At least the Nashville players are saying it's against Minnesota.
I just love it when all the players get in there and try to lobby for the call.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And do finger pointing. Oh, he did it. No, you did it.
Yeah. And they teach you that. Like in baseball, the guy in a bang-bang play at first. The second he crosses the bag, he puts his hands out. I'm safe. I'm safe. You never did that, did you?
Oh, all the time.
I thought so. Here's a 3rd and 5 now for Nashville. Honeycutt in motion. Nice throw right over the fingertips of the defender, and Honeycutt makes the grab. Nicely done. 13 yards on the pickup and a first down. Watch how well he places this.
Really a nice route. You think Honeycutt's about to go deep on this here. Makes his defensive back spins around.
Right over the hands of Javante Haynes. .51 seconds remaining until halftime, and that one is incomplete, deflected en route to Malik Honeycutt.
Pass ruled incomplete.
Taking a look at some of the numbers now. Kulka, 9 of 14, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Javante Johnson, 7 of 19, 1 interception, 60 yards. Wow.
Wow.
7 of 19. Here's straight drop. Sidearm delivery. It's caught up against the wall. Nicely played there by Honeycutt. You can put yourself into the wall. You can use it for your advantage. You can play off the wall. And that's what he did.
And in the last minute of the game, once you touch the wall, you stop the clock.
That's it.
They can reserve their timeouts.
Third down and 4. Kolka, have a seat. That'll be the first sack of the ball game for the Minnesota Monsters. First sack of the day for Minnesota. And that brings us up to 4th down.
Great pass rush here.
Wow, look at that. Antonio Simley, number 91, and Claude Davis as well.
Claude get in there on the cleanup.
Yep. Timeout being taken with 3 seconds on the clock. Timeout being taken by Darren Arbette, the head coach of the Nashville Cats, and I would assume they will kick it here. Kyle Kaplan is fairly effective. Kaplan already has 6 points today. He 4 extra points and a deuce. On the season, he has 3 of 4 field goals, the longest of which was 40 yards. He has 9 deuces, and his extra points are 44 of 49. So we'll see what Kyle Kaplan can do. Straight on, it's no good, wide left. The horn sounds, ends the half, but it's playable and live off the net. Here comes Minnesota. They try and weave in through the traffic, and they get it back on the return. They get it back on the return. So that was Delvin Randall. Delvin Randall, who had 6 kickoff returns for 120 yards on the year, and he comes up with Kyle Kaplan's miss right there.
And he just catches it clean off the net after the miss, and picks up a few blocks here and there. And once he get past that first wave, there's nobody left in the back to beat other than the kicker. And you just can't expect your kicker Kaplan to make a tackle.
It'll
like
be
that.
35 yards on the run back. 35-yard kickoff return. And now they'll go for 2. So it's 30-13. That is the current score. And the extra point tries. The throw off the hands of the intended receiver, and it falls onto the carpet, incomplete, and the half has come to a close. Ladarian McAllister was the intended receiver, but the ball falls harmlessly to the carpet. Watch the touchdown again.
And you see he catches it clean off the net, makes that guy miss, and then you pick up a few blocks here, and you have no one other than you have the holder trying to make the tackle back there. Thought that was Kaplan, but it was actually the holder. Josh Jones trying to make the tackle on the return man, which.
So we have come to halftime. It's a 30-13 ball game, and don't forget, coming up in moments, as we see the commissioner there. Jeff is looking on with the family. The commissioner watches while Jeff Levac will join Minnesota owner Jake Lambert next.
Lady Cats. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for today's flag football matchups between Hendersonville St. Bears and Dixon County Jets. Flag football showcase right here in F&M Bank Arena.
Welcome to the AF1 season pass. We're very excited to showcase some of the cool people who are part of the AF1. And this is a guy I had the pleasure of meeting at the league meetings. This is Jake Lambert, one of the owners of the Minnesota Monsters. And Jake, I did a little research on you, a little digging.
Jeff, I'm the only owner of the Minnesota.
You're the only. Why are you doing this by yourself? What are you crazy?
Well, gosh, maybe a little psychosis in there. Well, my wife and I, but so basically I work for my wife, as you know. Yeah, so sole owner, and yeah, it's been fun. But yes, I am the sole owner of the beautiful Minnesota Monsters.
And you guys, I guess that's why I thought it was multiple owners, because you guys have come in, you've made a statement right from the rip, but your day job is building and selling houses. How do you go from, helping people get their dream homes to buying an arena football team?
That's a good question. So yeah, we have our main company. My wife and I, it's J&B Manufactured Homes. We sell manufactured and modular homes. Also have a toter truck that pulls the homes from the factory. We also pull for other manufactured home dealers as well. So we do that, and that keeps us pretty busy. What kind of got me into arena football was I'm a huge Minnesota Gophers football fan, and obviously a huge PJ Fleck fan. And so for me, I go to every home game for the Minnesota Gophers. And football's always been my thing, even though I was a baseball player. I've always liked football more. And then I became a field sponsor from a team that was in Duluth, formerly of a different league, and just started to like the idea of arena. I grew up watching the good old days of, Kurt Warner and arena football. So I've always been a college football guy and an AFL, originally the AFL. I always liked arena football. And so those are my two biggest passions. And I always joked and said I wanted to own a football team. So I always thought it was just far-fetched. And I've always been, the joke with me is I've always been a dreamer. So a lot of people have always, a little bit jokingly, but kind of poked fun, because I always just have, I'm a dreamer. Like, I just think I can do whatever I'm supposed to do. And that's why I really like PJ Fleck, because everything's possible if you do it right. And so my wife, she obviously lets me do it too, Jeff, because you get in a lot of, this is a financial thing you take on the first few years. And so it's a big deal. And we have a newborn kid too. So it's a lot, but it's a blessing too. So that's kind of how I got into it, Jeff.
All right. So you've got the business success, you got the dream, you got the drive. Why the AF1? What made that the right home for the Monsters?
Jerry Kurz and Mike Korda. When I was interested in other leagues too, as we know, I'm not going to say the leagues' names just because how the world is now, but there's other leagues, right? So there's a couple other leagues I was very intrigued in, and I was fielding those calls and taking different avenues and kind of seeing and feeling it out. But I had great talks with Jerry and Mike. And one thing I took from those two guys was the simple fact of this is literally a small business. So AF1 is broke up into each team as their own small business. Other leagues are owned by kind of, I would say, like a shell company or by billionaires. So you don't really know who's doing the day-to-day. We have our ownership calls at the AF1, which, that was very important to me. Every week we have an ownership call, and we are small business owners, and the AF1 wants it to be operated as so. So they want you to be able to make money, not to use as a tax write-off and lose money every year. And so no matter what, there's a business aspect to anything, no matter what it is. And so AF1 is no different. And so I see this as a possibility to where the AF1 is going to allow me to make good money, which is a financial thing too. And then instead of doing my day-to-day job, this now becomes my 100% day-to-day job.
If the season ends today, you guys are in the playoffs. What are the hopes and dreams for the future of the Monsters?
I was shooting for 8-4, looking at our gauntlet of a schedule. I'm like, holy man, this is going to be something. And now the reality's setting in, and we're making some moves, and the players are really settling in. I think, we have a chance to, after this weekend, if we do what we're supposed to, we could get to that 2 seed, and, 1 and 2 seeds get that home field. And that's very important. So I think, I wouldn't say we're all kicking our coverage, but we are really doing better than I expected. I know my players don't want to hear that, but that's just a fact of the matter. And I'm very thankful for what they're doing and the coaches are doing.
Jake Lambert, the owner of the Minnesota Monsters. Make sure you go to theaf1.com, because remember, in the AF1, the ball never dies.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good to get that story. I didn't know a lot of that background, and it's good to hear from Jake Lambert, and wish him success as they head down the stretch run of this season. We are with you in They just grabbed for my, I love those soft pretzels, those big pretzels. I just sent Butch down there to get us some stuff. So hopefully you'll survive until he gets back up here. I love those pretzels and so on. Of course, as you can tell, I'm not exactly, haven't missed too many meals over the years, have I? Eli Gold, Bobby Humphrey with us. How's your son Marlon doing? When does he get going with the Ravens again?
He's doing well. They just finished up their OTAs, and then they went right into their mini camp.
OTA
The mandatory
being
mini camp, organized team activities.
Okay.
And then they came back the following week and had a 3-day mandatory mini camp, which they finished up on this past Wednesday. They're doing very, very well. The team is starting to gel, and a new coach Mentor, is starting to put things together.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to them having a really, really good season this year. So he's doing well.
That's going to be something to follow. There you see more Nashville Predators jerseys in the crowd. A lot of those folks on hand. I'll tell you, you like hockey, you like arena football one. There's a lot of crossover here.
Oh, yes, a lot of action in both.
There are the numbers so far, and the numbers aren't necessarily pretty, even on an individual basis for quarterbacks, Bobby.
Yeah, on an individual basis, they look very, very great for one and not too good for the other. As Javonte Johnson has only completed 7 passes out of 20. He only has 7 completions out of 20 attempts. But on the other side, Coker is he's doing his fairly decent better. He has 2 touchdowns passes, but he's completed 10 of 15. So that's individually. But overall, the Nashville Cats has pretty much dominated the game and scored on just about every one of their possessions, with the exception of a missed field goal there at the end of their half.
Big Claude Davis and Shannon Brooks, 9 and 4 respectively. They are getting set to go. How much extra padding did you wear? You know, you see a lot of these guys, they have extra stuff that they wear. Or were you trying to stay as light and as nimble as possible?
I put it all on.
Did you?
I put everything. Knee pad, you know, some guys don't wear any pads, and the thigh pads, knee pads, the hip pads. I had all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Even with a little small little girdle around the waist for, you know, protect rear protection.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of them don't. One of my old broadcast partners, Kenny Stabler, remember Snake?
I remember
The
Snake.
great quarterback. He and I worked the Alabama games together for a decade or so, and you know, he was telling me how little he would wear as in form of football pad protection. And there is a kick that's good for another deuce. Another deuce right there. That'll be the 2nd of the day and the 10th of the year for Kyle Kaplan. He's had himself as many points today as he's had as many points today as the team on the other side has. It's just amazing.
Yes.
He's having himself quite the ball game. And there's the guy who ends up with the football. Nicely done.
Love to get to see the reaction of the fans
Yeah.
when the ball goes into the stand and they're able to recover a AF1 football as a souvenir.
The one you actually catch, they come and take it from you and bring you another one. I'll tell you why in a moment. Here's the throw as going long up the near side. It's knocked away and the quarterback is knocked down. A lot of these footballs have an implanted chip to verify that they are truly game used and authentic and so on. So if you get to keep the football, which you do, they will take that one from you because it has an implanted chip, and they'll give you a regular game football without the chip. Trying to run to the near sideline and picks up a yard, does Javonte Johnson. You know, I was thinking of Kenny Stabler. As long as Snake's been around, he used to wear an old pair of Morton Anderson shoulder pads. Remember the quarterback?
Oh, yes,
Morton
Morton Anderson.
Snake wore Morton Anderson's shoulder pads. That, folks, and 75 cents will get you a sip of a soft drink, but still, it's just an interesting little tidbit. Minnesota, nothing of 3 in third down conversions. And here's the try, and it's going to be nothing in 4 in third down conversions, and nearly a pickoff by Amari Alexander.
And Alexander almost made a one-handed catch.
This is the best game I have seen Amari play. Look at him taking the time to high-five the kids. There is a flag down, however. I think Malik McDowell, with hands to the face, is going to be the call right here.
And that's going to be an automatic first down. And that would have been 4th and 10, but they pick up the first down because of that penalty, illegal hands to the face.
6 penalties for a loss of 47 yards so far by Nashville. Claude Davis leaves. Gunnar Hurlbert now is in at the running back spot. He's a lineman by trade. Here's a quick throw, far side, catch made. And that was Laughinghouse who gets run off the play. Tyron Laughinghouse.
And we hadn't heard his name called much today.
Not much today, no. He has 3 receptions for 21 yards, that's all. Now with a flag down. Everybody moved there.
And those guys up front starting to point at each other.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's their job.
He did it.
Yep.
He did it. No, you did it.
Kyler Edwards, who is back from IR, number 71, he was pointing. Referee Tom Ritter says, "What do you think?" And then Joel Monkoff says, "No, what do you think?" Jake Gombach says, No, it's your call. What do you think?" It's on the defense. The officials today, Ritter the referee, Moenkoff the center judge, Jake Grombach is the umpire, Drew Myers is the head line judge, the line judge is Craig Dunn, and the back judge is Terrence McLean. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Quick snap. And the throw up along the near side goes out of bounds. Incomplete.
Pass intended for Ladarian McAllister. Broken up by Amari Alexander.
That's Ladarian McAllister, the intended receiver. As it goes out of bounds.
That throw was just a little bit high.
Yep.
Should have been more of a line drive throw and try to put it on the numbers because the coverage was just excellent.
McAllister was looking for his 16th reception. Here now the throw to the near side. That too is incomplete. Jamal Couch was the intended receiver. There he is. The former Mississippi State Bulldog. He had 18 receptions for the Bulldogs. 304 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Third down, how about nothing of 6 today? Minnesota escaping, throwing it, and it's tipped in the air and knocked away. Amos Coleman III came across to tip it away from Ladarian McAllister.
In the secondary are just playing great coverage. I mean, everybody has their man locked down. They got it on lock back there in the second.
They really do. So now fourth down, excuse me, fourth down and 10. They are 0 of 3 in fourth down plays. This one thrown, and it's overthrown, intercepted by the Cats. Intercepted up the near sideline, and it's run back by Omari Alexander. This is the best game I have seen Alexander play.
He is having the performance of a lifetime,
Yep.
Eli. I mean, he had this covered all up here.
Another stop. That's going to be the 5th stop
Fans, your Nashville Cats return home on June 20th, next Saturday, as the Cats take on the Oldie Firebirds. It's also Father's Day inside F&M Bank Arena. Cats captain is Mike Keith, former voice of the Titans, now the voice of the Wolves. Don't miss the action. Be sure to get your tickets before exiting today or by visiting NashvilleCats.com. Clarksville, I'll see you back in the den for Father's Day.
It's time for our second kick tonight. We've got Liam and Jackson here tonight. Jackson's going to be holding, and Liam's going to be kicking. And Liam, you know what's up for grabs. You know what you got to do. All you got to do, nail the ball right through the uprights, and we're sending you and Jackson home with some cool Cat swag. That sound good with you, buddy? All right, Clarksville, we want to hear you get behind these guys. We'll count them down, and when we do, make some noise in 3, 2, 1. Just barely. Hey, we got quick time. We're going to give you one more shot as quick as we can. Come on, son. Come on, Clarksville.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here in Clarksville, Tennessee, number 9. That's Claude Davis, one of the truly disruptive guys. He's disruptive as heck. He also can run the ball and he can catch the ball, but he's just a pain in the caboose.
Oh, yes, and he has a rushing touchdown as well as a receiving touchdown tonight. And has done a good job of finding the nose of the end zone.
Again, remember that Minnesota loves to run the ball. They had 100 yards on the ground in the win over Oceanside. Malik Honeycutt out across the 15. An 18-yard run back as he gets taken down. Dontorian Best making that tackle. Good job by Best from Wingate College. We're right back here next Saturday, folks. Don't forget, a big matchup, Albany and Nashville. A huge game next Saturday right here on Vice and right here in this very same F&M Bank Arena. There's a pass that deflects backwards, incomplete. You saw Tom Ritter saying no. It was covered up and incomplete. Watch it again. That's what, the second time they've tried that?
Yes.
It needs a little work.
Yeah, it does. And the channel flash is going to come out to see if that was a backwards pass or not.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's what it's going to be the challenge.
This will be the first challenge of the day. So Tom Ritter is going to head over to the video. There you see the challenge flag, the red flag on the carpet. He's talking to Darren Clark, the head coach of the Minnesota Monsters. They are going to challenge about the ruling, whether it was an illegal forward pass or whether it was a fumble or a backwards pass, what have you. So they'll head over to the corner and
anytime that ball is shoveled out there or passed out there, if it's behind the line of scrimmage going backwards, well, you know what is considered is almost considered a backwards pass.
Yep.
And that being the case, then it's live.
Let's see here. Look at that wide look.
Facing your entire Cats family is cheering you on.
Wow.
Day is filled with fun, family, and plenty of Cats football.
It seemed to have hit an ineligible receiver. Stefan Zabi, number 70. See, right there, it banks off his head. So it'll hit the ineligible receiver. Watch it again. Well, you see, trust me, but you saw it. It came right back at Kolka after it banked off Zabi's helmet.
I would think this is a forward pass.
I would
don't
think so.
But I don't know if they can come back and call ineligible receiver.
Well, he was the first guy to touch it. And he was not, I assume he was not the eligible receiver.
No, because the tight end was to the right,
To
lined
right,
up on the right
yeah.
side of the formation.
They are still looking at the video replay in the corner of the lower level here at F&M Bank Arena. They're all giving it a look. And here come the officials now. After having taken a long, hard look, let's hear what Tom Ritter says.
After review, the ruling on the field, the forward pass stands. It'll be second down. And then the further movement to the
Yeah. So it does stand. The pass went to an ineligible receiver, the first guy to touch it.
But I don't think that is reviewable.
No. So now it's second down and 10. Malik Honeycutt was in motion. And here's a pass deflected along the near side. They were looking for Kendall Williams. Here, if the Monsters hope to win, they've got to make this stop right here. Gandy to the near side. Williams in motion. Flags are flying, and the pass to the near side incomplete, looking for Jordan Gandy. But again, there are flags on the play.
Pass intended for Malik Honeycutt, incomplete. Flags on the play.
And Kolka being talked to by Joel Moenkoff, the official there. It's on Minnesota. So the first down. That'll be a penalty of 5 yards. They've lost 30 yards in penalties today. And we've got a timeout. We're coming right back to Clarksville, Tennessee.
TV. Don't miss the next AF1 matchup June 20th as the Cats host Albany in an AF1 National Game of the Week live on Vice TV from right here in Nashville Arena. Mark your local listings and tune in. Tell all your friends. So thank you to our partners at Geigen Warehousing for their support of Nashville Cats football. Once again this season, we appreciate the commitment to our team and our community. Visit GeigenWarehousing.com. Hey, there's Pete Weather.
Welcome back, everybody. After that sack by Chai Hill, the red challenge flag was thrown by Nashville's head coach Darren Arbett, and that's what they are reviewing right now. Arbett, no doubt, questioning a defensive alignment or something. Watch it again. There's pressure right there. There's Hill, number 1. Number 9 was Claude Davis. Something that went on there was not to the, other than the sack, was not to the liking of Darren Arbett. Here comes referee Tom Ritter.
Maybe an outside rush. It looks like the linebacker swung outside.
Yeah.
And, you have to rush the A-gap. The linebacker has to get through the A-gap on all rushes.
Tom Ritter going to talk to Darren Arbett to explain to him what his ruling is going to be. Number 14 there, that's the backup quarterback, Josh Jones from North Carolina, Pembroke. That's where he played collegiately. Now they come down and talk to Darren Clark, the head coach for the Monsters. Trying to get the music turned off. And Tom Ritter says, the heck with it, let's just play. Tom is patient, but within reason. Here's 4th down now and goal from 17 yards out. Kolka loses the ball as it comes squirting free, taken by Minnesota, and run back inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. How about that?
Wow.
That was Dontorian Best, number 16, who came up with the huge play along with Delvin Randall right there. So giving him props and his just due. Now the question is, was his arm coming forward? Let's wait and see.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that is a great touchdown saving tackle.
Let's watch his arm. Well, never mind. We didn't see it there.
But the bag was down from the
It looked
umpire.
like the ball just popped out and it was a straight fumble. And that's going to be it. There will be no question as to whether his arm was coming forward. And now Minnesota, Shannon Brooks will carry the football, loses a yard, back to the 14-yard line. We are early in the fourth quarter. Jaquan Artist, 0. Rod Perry, 92. Ezra Thibodeau, number 2. They look, they throw into traffic, knocked away, incomplete. Tyron Laughinghouse was the intended receiver. Now 3rd down and 11. Jones, Smith, and Williams are the got DBs out there. Here now the throw. Far side, catch is made. It'll be short of the yard line to gain. That was Laughinghouse who made the reception, but Tyron doesn't get the yard line he needed. So it'll be a 4th down here. And 5.5 or so.
And this is a big 4th down
It's
here.
huge. They are 0 of 4 in 4th down plays today. Minnesota, they need to convert here. 4th and 5. There's the throw, knocked down, nearly intercepted, incomplete. They were looking for Laughinghouse. Derek Jones, number 6, came up with the huge play, and that is going to be stop number 6 of the ball game for the Nashville Cats. When they needed it, they came up with it. It's a 32.
Through the crowd right now, looking for a few lucky fans to take on today's challenge. If they tap you on the shoulder, congratulations, you're in the game. Here's how it works when the music starts. Keep the hula hoop spinning. When the music stops, freeze. If your hoop hits the ground at any time, you are eliminated. The last fan with the hoop still going will be crowned our Hoop It Up champion and take home a cool Cats prize. Now, Cats fans, let's hear it for our contestants. Let's make some noise, cheer them on, and see who knows what it takes to become today's Hoop It Up champion. DJ, cue the music. Ready, set, Hoop It Up. You gotta keep it up, keep it moving, keep it up when the music stops. You gotta freeze, don't let it touch the ground. No, no. She's trying to hoop, she just can't get it up. Our contestant number 3 still in the game. Keep it up, folks. Oh, that's a good way to keep it up.
We are back, and Javante Johnson. He's had a tough day, number 5 there in white.
He really has. He really has, Eli.
Not been a strong day. He's a whole heck of a lot better than we've seen today. Here now, the throw near side, caught by Honeycutt, and he'll make the grab out to the 14-yard line. Nashville, they're going to take their time. 12 minutes is still a lot, but still, they're going to not hurry up.
Yeah, they're not going to be in a hurry. Obviously, they have the playmakers to score at any time.
Sure.
But eating up clock is more important right now than putting points on the board.
Honeycutt in motion. There's the throw to him, and he's got a first down. He'll make the grab out at the 20-yard line. Jadarius Byrd will tackle him after the 7.5-yard gain. $118 yards receiving for Honeycutt today.
He is having an excellent
He
game.
is.
You know, last week it was Kendall Williams who was having a really, really awesome game, and now it's Honeycutt tonight or today.
Here's a flag down as the throw comes off to the near side, caught by Honeycutt, and he gets forward to the 17-yard line. We'll see if somebody jumped. Looked like someone was offside there. Six penalties on Minnesota, a loss of 35 yards. Nashville, 8 penalties for a loss of 62. Yet it's the team with all those penalties and lost yardage that's winning the ball game. Gandy and Williams are on the far side. Near side is Honeycutt, who goes in motion. Everybody collapses in on Kulka, and Kulka gets taken down. That'll be the 3rd sack of the day for Minnesota.
And he really didn't have, Kulka just didn't have anyone open at that time. It was a great job by the secondary, and they play a little bit, they've been playing a lot of that zone today, where they just sit there and wait for the crossing pattern receiver to come into their zone, and it just didn't have anywhere to throw the ball.
According to my numbers, no sacks yet for Nashville today. I don't believe they have had a single sack. There's a bullet thrown to Kendall Williams, and he'll get himself down closer to the goal line. And here's Williams going in motion. And nobody picks him up.
He's sitting back in that zone, expecting Williams to go deep.
Yep.
And he just run that button hook, as we call it, and hooks up right there in front of the defender. Just easy pitch and catch there.
Timeout being taken by Minnesota. Now, so the timeout for the Monsters, who next week will play the Michigan Arsenal. That game will be in Duluth. So if you're in the area, swing on by. They've got Michigan next week. Then on July 5th, they've got the Kentucky Barrels. Then July 11th, the Washington Wolfpack. And the regular season wraps up July 18th against the Beaumont Renegades. So if you're in the area of the city of Duluth, make it a point. Go by and support the Minnesota Monsters. They're a good ball club. They've got some good talent. Nashville is home next week And we'll have that for you right here against Albany. The week after that, the Beaumont Renegades will come here. Then July 3rd, the Cats go to Washington. And then July 11th, they end up the regular season at Albany. Mojo back in the ball game. He was banged up earlier. Here's a quick throw to the near side. And the catch is made by Kendall Williams, who gets thrown around by Jadarius Bird. Bird, who went to Stephen F. Austin University. And as you hear from the public address announcer in the background, first down Cats.
And that's one of the things Williams does. He just get open and makes those plays when they need to be made, and they needed a first down there, and he just ran that little out route and was able to get the first down.
First and goal from 4 yards away. Desmond Maxwell, 33, is the fullback. The give goes to Honeycutt, who comes across in motion, and he gets quickly put down by Claude Davis, who in an act of sportsmanship helps him back up.
Yeah. A little speed sweep action there.
Yeah.
Honeycutt goes in motion. Timing is everything on that play. Didn't get quite as many yards as I would have thought that speed sweep would have gotten, but nevertheless, it was effective enough to get a yard or two.
Brings up a second and goal. Honeycutt wide right. There you see Williams and Gandy to the near side. Straight drop, throw into the corner. It is caught for a touchdown. Touchdown, Jordan Gandy. Jordan Gandy. And we haven't called his name as much today as we have in previous games, but when needed, Holka found him.
That's right. And he just follows the back of the end zone. His man just misses him. Looking in the backfield and loses Gandy in the back of the end zone. But Coco can find him, and he did.
Here's the kick. It is up and good by Kyle Kaplan. And we are going to take care of a little break here. See, we got to take these commercials to pay Bobby's salary. But we're coming right back. Don't worry.
All right, guys, it's time for a good old game of Catch Cool Cat. I've got Kalia and I've got Esther over here, and these two young ladies are going to have an opportunity to run as hard and as fast and as long as they can, and they've got to tag Cool Cat before he makes it to the end zone, all right? You understand the rules? He's going to get a little bit of a head start, but I feel that all the people here tonight, they're going to help me catch him.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here in Clarksville and watching this touchdown. Kolka looks and throws to Gandy for 6. Jordan Gandy, he was the AF1's Defensive Player of the Week last week. He did really well. He had 6 tackles and a couple of his interceptions at Michigan last weekend. He's also doing the job on offense. And the kick. Off the net. Randall has it. And he gets it out across the 10.
This particular offensive series here for the Minnesota Monsters has to result in a score, or in order to keep pace, they need to drive it down the field and put up 6 here.
They just announced 2,861 the attendance here today. 2,861 the attendance this afternoon. Gunnar Hurlburt in the running back spot. Quarterback in trouble, and he just gets out of everybody's way and throws it in the general direction of a teammate. Jaquan Artis was there to put the pressure on the quarterback.
And he's been in the backfield a lot today.
Has. He got right by Kyler Edwards, number 71, who's just back from the injured reserve. The former Bethune-Cookman College player down in Daytona Beach. Now the straight drop again. And it was late, but there's a flag down. Saying that he was being held is what Carlos Thompson is indicating. The wide receiver playing for the Minnesota Monsters. Smallest guy, 5'10", 180. He was free, but just didn't get himself loose of the defender.
Illegal contact.
Yeah, it'd be a pass interference kind of call. That'll be 9 penalties for a loss of 67 yards. And again, remember, this is only a 50-yard field. So they've lost more than a full length of a football field. Straight back again, the throw by Johnson into the end zone. And that is caught beautifully for a touchdown. Beautiful catch by Carlos Thompson. He said, you see what I can do when I'm not being held? 39 yards. 39 yards on the play. A great throw by Javonte Johnson.
And just a really, really good route. And we hadn't seen Jones get beat much today, but he did get beat on that one. I think he was peaking just a little bit too long in the offensive backfield.
Now the extra point try. And it's knocked down. It's blocked at the line of scrimmage. Comes loose. It's still being battled for. I believe the play is dead, even though it's being run back by Derek Jones. I think after Rod Perry blocked it, the play was whistled dead. And I don't think this run back by Derek Jones is going to count. But certainly there will be no extra point here. The fans are being told, or they can see, that there'll be no touchdown or on the, or no 2-point conversion on the run back. So we have a timeout. We are back with more from Clarksville.
It's time to show off. We're going live right now with the drip cam. Cats fans, we want to see your drip. If you got the best fit in the building, now's your time to get up, get loud, and let's see it on the big video board. Who's got the best drip in the Cats Nation? Make some noise and let's see the drip cam. Oh yeah, lots of cool looking drip, lots of good swag in the house tonight. And don't forget you can get all this merchandise and much more. Section 119, Section 109 at the Cats Team stores. And we can catch you on a future edition of the Drip Cam. Boy, she's dripping, she's loving it. Looking good out there, Clarksville. Oh yeah, a lot of great drip out there, some cool swag. Thank you so much for representing your Cats football team. They call that the crazy drip.
Welcome back. Glad you're with us here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Fans celebrating their Cats. Currently on top, 39-26. 4:44 remaining in the fourth. And Aiden Johnson will get set to kick it away for the Minnesota Monsters. That one is straight but short and under the crossbar, so that is not a deuce. It is a cocktail department souvenir. Those tables are available to sip some adult beverages. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line with that kick out of bounds under the crossbar. Looked like Aiden Johnson was in a little bit of pain there. I don't know. The kicker. It might have just been my impression there. Malik Honeycutt, Jordan Gandy, Kendall Williams, and Desmond Maxwell, the running back. Quarterback throw and a slant catches the ball out to the 21-yard line. Kendall Williams, 9 yards on the pickup.
And that play there just worked all night for the Nashville Cats. Kendall Williams just going in high motion, coming down here and just, hooking up right there in front of the middle safety.
Williams is 5'8", 155. I guess that's why he's not in a stadium playing game. He's a little bit on the smallish side. But boy, he's good, huh? Flags down, throw into the end zone, touchdown. But wait, let's see what the flag is about. Malik Honeycutt made the reception. Stefan Zabi dancing there, but let's see it. I believe it'll be a good touchdown.
I believe so as well, Eli.
Illegal defense. So it is a good touchdown. Nice play. Watch this reception again.
Just too much. Malik Cunningham is just having one heck of a day today.
Malik Honeycutt.
Honeycutt. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Was there a Malik Cunningham in your past?
Yeah, there was. I kind of fumbled on that one there.
Did you? That's all right. I mean, that happens.
Honeycutt. I've only called his name
97
times today.
Yeah. That happens. The kick is up and good, and now you see a little temper overflowing.
Here's the play here again, Eli. As Honeycutt is just having one heck of a day. Just come off the ball and run just a straight go route.
Yep, nothing fancy. 20 yards. And that makes it a 20-point ball game inside of 4 minutes remaining. So Nashville on top 46-26. So the way things are looking right now, Nashville would be 7-1 going into next Saturday's game against the 8-1 Albany Firebirds. And that would mean that they'd be playing for potentially the #1 seed. Again, the season is not over yet, but it'll play for home field advantage in the playoffs. Boy, it's going to be a game you don't want to miss next week, folks. If you're in the Clarksville area, come on out and grab tickets. Come and see us here. If you're not able to get to Knoxville, or to Clarksville, we'll have it for you right here on Vice, 4 o'clock local Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. It's going to be a dandy. The kick. And that is a deuce. A deuce by Kyle Kaplan. So that'll be what, his third of the day?
Yes.
Third of the day for Kyle Kaplan. So how many, let me pull in my calculator, Butch Owens here. 12 points already today for Kyle Kaplan between his extra points and his deuces. Wow.
What a weapon to have. Man, he got a little dancing going on there, Eli.
I don't know what that is, but it counts. So Nashville now to a 48-26 lead. We're in the fourth, and you see the time remaining. Minnesota tried to get out of their end there, but there was very little that could be done. Malik McDowell, Rod Perry, number 2, Ezra Thibodeau, Dequan Artis. Torrey Boyd is the center for Minnesota. Snaps it back to the goal line. And that throw goes to the far side, caught neatly at the 23-yard line. Carlos Thompson, the guy's got talent.
He does.
No question about it. Carlos has made some nice plays today.
That's a pretty good back shoulder throw by.
Yep. And he was going backwards and he was going down. He had lost his footing.
Just kept his eyes on the ball and was able to bring it in.
18 yards on the pickup. Here's a long throw near side. Ooh. And he wants the souvenir football. Carlos said, hey, I caught it in the stands. Shouldn't I be able to take that home? Beautiful play by Carlos Thompson. A beautiful catch.
What a catch. Oh, my God. Awesome.
Yeah, you did well. Where's my football, he says. 22 yards on the pickup for Carlos Thompson. Watch it again. He comes out of this screen. He comes out of the shot, unfortunately. Omari Alexander was the cover man.
And had him covered.
Yes, he did.
He just didn't know he needed to cover him in the stands.
In the first row. Yeah. 48-26. Nashville over Minnesota. It's going to be a 1st and goal after that great reception. Football at the 3. The snap. And that one be thrown away. There's going to be some holding there, but I don't think it was.
I don't think it's going to get
I don't think it's going to get
No,
called.
yeah. I saw a little jersey pull in there.
Yeah, exactly. We have come to the 1-minute warning. So we are 1 minute away from the finish of this ball game. That'll give you time to learn those dance steps, folks. Give it a shot. Welcome back. Fans enjoying what they're seeing here. And they'll all be here next week. Same time, same station, as they say. Actually, not the same time. Some of you are seeing this on tape delay on Sunday, but it is next Saturday at 4 o'clock local Tennessee time. There's the throw into the end zone, incomplete. Off a deflection with, again, Omari Alexander playing well. I know I sound like a broken record, but he has really had himself an outstanding ball game today.
He has, Eli. He really has. The entire secondary has played extremely well for the Nashville Cats.
Meanwhile, Minnesota is 0 of 8 in third down conversions today. They've taken an Ooper. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and goal. Nothing to the left, nothing to the middle, and have a seat. Nothing there for Jamal Couch DJ Maxwell made that tackle.
And defensively, they just had this all covered up. Nashville did.
Yeah. Now in fourth downs, Minnesota is 0 of 5 today. They have been stopped by Minnesota. Minnesota has been stopped by Nashville 6 times already today. And that one into the end zone for a touchdown. 1 yard or 2 yards deep in the end zone. Ladarian McAllister on the receiving end from Javonte Johnson.
But Johnson allowed his receiver opportunity to catch the ball. This is great coverage here.
Yeah.
I mean, just a jump ball. 50-50 ball. McAllister wins the jump ball contest.
So Ladarian McAllister picks up the touchdown. And now the extra points. I say extra points because they are going to go for 2. You see the time remaining, 11 seconds. And to the back of the end zone, knocked away. Again, no extra points there. Derek Jones, the man who came over and made the play defensively. So it's now Nashville.
Tonight's attendance, 3,802. Don't forget to come back next Saturday.
Coming up with that nice defensive stop.
Right here, Dad's Day at the Den.
But it's going to be 48-32. And there will be officially 10 seconds remaining on the clock. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. So the Nashville Cats, they will improve to 7-1 on the year. Minnesota will drop to 5 up and 3 down. That'll still keep them in 4th place, Minnesota. It'll also keep Nashville in 2nd place. And now I'm getting an adjusted attendance figure. The previous number I gave you was the pre-sale, as the PR folks from Nashville just come by the booth here. 3,802. 3,802 is the actual through the turnstile attendance today.
Yeah, what a great crowd.
Thank you, Greg. Greg Pogue from the Cats came here to pass along that note to.
Well, what a wonderful crowd, and it was thrilling. I hope it'll be double that amount.
Yeah, I hope it's full here
next week.
It'll be 5,000 if it's, and that's their capacity for arena football and for hockey. And there's the ball being bounced around and covered by Malik Honeycutt. And that's just going to wind things down. Malik and Aiden Johnson sharing a thought right there. And this game will be in the books. Just trying to do a little short squid kick and onside kick. But there's very little else that goes. So 48-32.
Well, they're going to probably have to have one snap, I would think, just to run the remaining time off the clock.
Yep. Well, it was a solid performance by Nashville, very businesslike today. They made some nice plays. Their defense was outstanding. Maxwell gets stacked up, and that is going to do it. 48-32, the final score here today, as the Minnesota Monsters come up just a bit shy against the Nashville Cats. And already people are looking ahead to next week and the meeting with the first place Albany Firebirds.
And it should be a really fantastic ball game next week when the Firebirds come to town.
Who do you like in that one? Now, granted, since you and I have seen the Firebirds last, they've undergone a number of roster changes, but still, they're very, very good.
Well, I think I like Nashville because they're going to be playing here at home. There's going to be a sellout crowd. And
you would hope. There are tickets remaining, folks.
Yeah,
you would hope there'll be a sellout crowd.
Well, that's what I'm expecting here when
Yes.
we come in town next weekend, that is a sellout crowd.
Exactly so. We're going to come back in just a few moments. We'll have some final stats for you. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody. The fans meeting the players, and there they are signing autographs, Kaplan and so many others. And Shekai Holiness comes in to say hello. This is a great building, a great atmosphere, and that's what makes AF1